Look at this.
What
Look
map
at
is
that.
this? Oh, Ascent.
Yep, second map is Ascent. We haven't seen either of these teams on it, but I do have a theory. OPZ probably gonna run double duelist. I would be surprised if they didn't. Hovering over the Viper.
I wonder if they're trolling. Hovering over the Viper, that's normal.
They're just trolling.
Wait, is Viper normal on this map? I cannot remember. I don't think so.
Viper on this map is, or used to be, fairly normal, but... Hello, Froggy.
Oh, hello, Froggy.
Hello.
Hello. Looks like, what's it called, are hovering over a fairly normal composition. Nimbus on the Jet. Senna
Sky.
on the Phoenix. But OPZ...
Whoa!
OPZ are
This
doing something strange.
This is not a Ascent comp that I've ever seen, at the very least.
Yeah.
A nerfed Neon, Harbor, Sky, and Viper.
But now that I'm looking at it, Neon, Waylay, Sky, Viper, Harbor, this has something to it. You know...
I would agree if it weren't for the Viper, to be honest.
But part of me thinks that the fact that this Viper will allow for scaling up mid and taking early control of the mid space that, you know, is so important on this map, especially for attacker defaults and defenders able to rotate through the mid space pretty easily to start retakes, all that. I think the Viper is really good for that type of scaling and that type of keeping that map control and putting pressure on mid, forcing reclears. I think that if OPZ have good theory around this, it could definitely work. Now, do I think it's the best? No, not at all. I think the fact that they don't have a Sentinel makes everything very difficult. They're essentially playing on hard mode, and as we know from the last map, OPZ do not need to be playing on hard mode. The Harbor is notoriously difficult to use, but if you have a good Harbor player, yeah, run the Harbor, run the retakes, maybe ease off on the no Sentinel. But also, I think OPZ have the potential to show us something really, really special. I do. I think that OPZ can show us something special, and part of me wants to say I think that they will show us something special. I think that it's hard to say that OPZ won't show us something special. What I want to know is, will it happen during this series or will it happen later on? And will it happen early enough on to allow OPZ to find momentum and push into the playoffs? We'll have to see. Starting with the second map, immediately a fight over towards mid.
Fight into mid by, what's it called? You're gonna be met by, actually they're able to get two. Carp and Penalty getting one, but Senzu taking it back. Manages to get out, but Senna is close. Senna catches out R30. Now, let's see. Chasing him. Senzu is running, but actually, all I need... gets caught out by Carp, but all I need is actually behind them, and... I mean, if now you needed a hero play, looks like you're not going to get it as Zera shuts down all I need.
What's it called? With the first round, keeping the momentum from the first map into Ascent, definitely troubling for OPZ on the first round. It didn't even look like they got outplayed necessarily. They just didn't do anything right. They didn't scale correctly. They didn't actually take any space. They lost the mid fight, lost players, and then just stalled. They stalled out and didn't actually react into a main like they should have. They have to fight for the main space with this composition. That's what it's good with. That's what it's good for. You have the Viper as well, so why aren't you forcing any reclears out? Why aren't you actually lurking? Why are you all grouped up over towards A? Now, all grouped up, or all spread out, sorry, John Pork and Senzu just holding them.
Oh, timing though.
Out. Viper will go out. This is what the Viper is good for. Cutting off this mid space and allowing OPZ to walk into mid. Wall will start to go down. Orb definitely does. Oh, Neon out in mid with no support. Nimbus with the Marshall catches John Pork. First eco down, second as well. Found by Penalty. R30 dead. Now, no more reclears from the Viper. There is one close right, however, Nami on the Sky in middle. Sofadrone might see him. Not sure. Sofadrone did not see him. None the wiser. What's it called? However,
Nimbus might get caught out by Nami.
All I need finds Carp and Nami. Finds Nimbus. No corners cleared at all, but Senna takes back the pick.
Slowly becoming winnable here from OPZ. Good day.
But surely it's a fight and spawn. Two people over here, and the guns aren't the best. Zera and Penalty. You have to just kill them. Zera with the double.
Gets two.
Takes a very shaky round, but a round is 100% still a round. Early eco snowballs already 4 away from the Sova ult for what's it called. Only 4 away from the Phoenix ult as well. I do have to say they haven't exactly done the best job of snowballing the Phoenix. The Phoenix has been playing mid a little bit more than I think that the Phoenix should, especially when you have such a cheap ultimate. I think you should be taking over towards main if you're OPZ, or sorry, if you're what's it called, and getting these orbs early for Phoenix, but it doesn't seem to matter so far. What's it called? Still up early and haven't exactly been punished yet. This time, Harbor solo over towards A, maybe wants to launch a fake. One that should be lurking is actually with the group, with the pack. 4 over towards B. Heal comes out from the sky. Penalty alone on the B side. Rotations called over. Carp and Zera. Now Waylay dashes on. Will be heard. All I need. Finds Senna. Waylay dashes back. Groups up with the team. 3 on site now. Penalty in boathouse. Will be caught out by R30. Senzu in main. He's in main and they know he is. Zera will be heard. Carp finds the first and Senzu takes the timing but gets caught out by Carp with the Spectre. Nimbus grouping up with Carp, taking their time, putting the pressure on OPZ. Flash comes out, they're fighting and they have to fall back. R30 now on the stairs, holding the angle, again forced to fall out. The shots are not good for it. Nami wanting to heal but decides not to.
R30 jumped up actually.
R30 wants to take fights but looks the other direction. Nimbus with the headshot, 1 left on site. Nami versus the world and Nimbus closes out a 3rd round for what's it called. OPZ have no answers and what's it called have their numbers.
Was that important?
I mean, they the what's it called is up by 3. I mean, last time we saw a team up by 3, they did lose the map. I'm not manifesting anything, but you know, there's patterns.
Right, but if OPZ want to launch a comeback and gain some momentum, they have to do it now. And I have to be real with you. What what's it called did last map is a statistical outlier. If you lose 3 rounds, you're gonna lose the 4th round.
Don't
But what's it called? Crawled their way back in, mainly by mistakes from OPZ. And now they're up 3 again. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going.
Up here.
OPZ could. Nimbus finds the first onto R30 early.
It's
For
2.
sure. Nimbus finds a second. Good movement out from Senzu. Finds another. An all I need. Finds a trade onto Zera. 3 versus 3 equalization, but Penalty with the Odin behind his harbor wall, pushes out, finds John Port, almost finds a 3rd or 2nd, sorry, Senzu finds the kill, finds another on low HP, but it's not even gonna matter. Carp now, last one left alive. OPZ looking like they're going to claim this eco round, just like the first map prediction came through. Senzu on low HP, holding single one. Carp has the read, finds the headshot, 1 left. Harbor on site versus Carp. Can he pull it off and find a 3rd round for what's it called? Or can Koi on the Harbor find the 1st round on the board for OPZ? Smoke comes through, making plenty of noise, alerting Koi where he is. TP will not come through, decides against it. Instead, Paranoid trying to clear Hull, none the wiser. Carp caught out by Koi. A 1st round for OPZ, going exactly how the 1st map did.
You know, I'm not saying I'm a psychic, but you know, I predicted that pretty well. I mean, could we see OPZ bring it back? That's the question everyone's wanting an answer to.
The question that I have is, can what's it called do what OPZ couldn't and actually bring the momentum away from OPZ? OPZ have just earned themselves a very important round, but still, the economy is good. For what's it called? So good that Nimbus is allowed to get the operator online now. Skycam out, early information garnered, but OPZ aren't exactly trying to hide anything. John Pork on the Neon, sliding forward, pinged out by the camera. Penalty with the Odin, just spamming. Definitely good for the damage. Nami on low HP, that's not gonna come back, and now OPZ forced to rotate away. They have the information on A though. They have tree, they have their spawn.
Almost out.
They don't have any information in A main. Nobody has information in A main. They're all gonna have to re-clear this together. OPZ now contacting into their spawn. Nimbus takes the line in mid right as OPZ decide to rotate back, and now Nimbus. If anyone peeks tiles, he's good for it for sure, and looks like Senzu considers it but decides not to instead. Gears towards B main. 5-man hit. It's looking like it's going to be a good one. Harbor Orb comes out on the tree. A little bit of extra pressure added. 3 strong for what's it called over towards A. And another one trying to fall off of B, but is alerted back, called back by the Harbor ultimate. Fake from Waylay, dashing out, getting information while John Pork fills the excess space. Carp is sleeping. John Pork with the Guardian finds Carp. Low HP for Nami. Still plant goes down for
Spike
Koi.
planted.
One closer to a harbor, also replenishing what he lost. Nami in a man, making good use of the low HP Stinger. Whaley ultimate comes out. Penalty finds Nami. Nimbus ultimate is popped from Sova. Flash comes through for Senzu. Penalty finds Senzu, but Koi gets the trade. R30 finds another. John Pork now finds penalty. Zara, last one left alive. Low HP. John Pork with the classic whip comes through, and Koi takes a second round. OPZ are crawling back into the match, just like what's it called did on the first map. And OPZ are a scary team when they get going. Now momentum slowly shifting away from what's it called economy. Now Broken actually and OPZ have the good money. Only person on low HP is Senzu, and that can easily be remedied by Koi actually. And now finally grouping up over towards A main. Looks like they want to really fight for this space. There's 3 people over towards B for what's it called, including the Phoenix and the Sova, indicating they do want to fight it. But Viper falling off the space, not even gonna leave a lurk. It looks like OPZ have read this very well. Whaley dashing through, gets the early information, forces Nimbus off the line. Now they have the A main space. Cypher trip is still up. Nimbus holding this line. Sky will find this trip. No, will actually not find the trip. Nimbus slowed up, flash out, cannot hit anything. Nami finds Nimbus.
Very good, taking out the Sam as well.
And having Carp, what can you show us? Wall is up. Just gonna have to tuck straight in, and he's low HP. They have the read straight through the box.
So low.
One bullet will put Carp in the ground. John Pork finds penalty. Senzu finds Carp. One more left alive. Can you show us anything, Senna? Can you show us anything at all? Anything at all to show us that what's it called isn't going to lose out on this important economical swing round. Senna finds Nami, but Senzu makes sure that nothing happens. OPZ, 4 people surviving, economy starts to get really good. In fact, all 5 of these people, no, sorry, 4 out of 5 of these people, besides Nami, have an incredible economy. And what's it called on the other side?
If my prediction is right here, everybody in chat owes me $5. Just letting y'all know.
I'll hold everyone in chat to that.
I'm out of here.
It's like Senzu actually buying light shield even though he has the money to buy heavy shield. I wonder if that's just some sort of read or if it's maybe just a forgetful moment. Senna now holding this flash out but chooses not to use it, instead contacting up B main, clearing this very important space. None the wiser. R30 whiffs penalty with the Odin. Swings around. That is absolutely unfair. And now OPZ wanting to clear back over towards B at the same time. Nami and JP up over towards mid, gaining the space. Zera can't even rotate through mid. Has to hold his own spawn.
Actually in mid.
Dart comes through from the drone. Senna finds Senzu somehow, but Koi finds the trade. And now B main belongs to OPZ at the same time. Nimbus down mid into OPZ's spawn. Retake's gonna be good if Nimbus can get a move on, and it looks like they might be able to because OPZ stalled out and B main. They don't know that what's it called has all the information. What's it called has all the space that they need. Nimbus finds John Pork walking with his knife out. A headshot from the Phantom 2 in mid, stranded on an island, slowly being suffocated by OPZ. Sorry, by what's it called? And Nimbus now back over towards A. Definitely gonna hear this A. Cypher wire now
Found one.
alerting them, giving them all the information they need.
30 seconds left.
Cypher cage comes up, putting pressure in A main. OPZ have to be wary of space that they don't have. Now Harbor with the wall gonna stall this retake out a little bit, but Zera just pushing straight through it. Like, boy, talking into hell. Sky Flash comes through. Nami has the information. All I need. Gets desperate. Peeks into Zera. Only one left alive. Going to be whiffing on the dart. Even though it doesn't catch him, Nimbus still has the read. A 4th round for what's it called? Breaking OPZ's momentum. Finally, what's it called? Repeating the same script from last map.
Let's see. I mean, a lot of these rounds I feel are just coming down to the gunfights that sometimes OPZ, like in those last 3 rounds, were winning, but like, what's it called? Seemingly bringing it back here. 4-3.
OPZ
Okay, close game.
grouped up over towards B. Whaley solo over towards A. Might be looking to get some information, maybe drag a rotation or 2. However, OPZ doesn't even need to do that. They just need to hit the site. They haven't hit the site once. And that's all that it would take to get around in this situation. They aren't fighting for the mains. However, John Pork now walking up into B. Finna on the angle. John Pork walking into him, catches R30, but Senna
Oh, wow.
finds John Pork, even though the dart
Right
doesn't
here.
scan him. Senna is good for it, 100%, and OPC taking back the B space.
Not ready yet.
Orb now will be taken, penalty. Shock dart, a little bit of extra damage on the Koi. As the Odin decides to drone, decides not to, as a matter of fact. Whaley still holding over towards A. OPZ getting stagnated, stalled out by what's it called. And now the drone will re-clear B, finding the harbor. Seeing Koi out of the corner of his eye. Whaley walking up A all the way on the other side of this map. It's Senzu. Harbor smokes off Cubby. Looking towards A. Maybe gearing up towards a split. However, they have smoked themselves off. They're grouping up over towards Cubby, even though they've smoked themselves off. It's not going to work. But what's it called? Still keeping too strong over towards B1 in their spawn. They're splitting through their own smoke. Are you kidding me? Harbor catches Carp out.
30
Gets the
seconds
information as well from the audio cue. Zera, only one on site. Let's see what you can do. Navigating these cages very, very well. Dart comes through, not going to scan Zera. This is the consequence of not having scanned. Zera finds
Oh my
Koi.
gosh, he finds all
One
of
more?
them.
No, Nami gets the trade onto Zera. 3 versus 4. Nami getting this plant down. Viper Molly for
Spike
stall.
planted.
Now, what's it called? Grouping up for a retake and a massive retake at that one. They have the Phoenix ultimate going to be used in this one for sure. Dog will come through, finds Carp, stuns him out. And Nami, you can't possibly think that you can fill in this space. Retake ultimate pop, R30. Puts Senna in the ground as Carp finds Nami. Wall
I know he's
comes
alone
through,
down there.
wanting to section off this help player penalty with the Odin finds R30. Only one left alive, and Senna with the headshot. A 5th round for what's it called?
Oh, definitely seeing what's it called. Not letting the momentum get to them. Taking back 2 rounds in their favor, bringing them up 5-3. Although there are 3 seemingly very good ults here from OPZ coming into this next round, so
Right.
let's see if they can do something with that.
Now, OPC 5-men grouping back over towards A. The reads have been flat and the executes have been good. So let's see what they choose to do. Default or execute. Have it your way, OPZ. It's looking like an execute. However, what's it called? Have read this very, very well. 3 people strong over towards A, including the Cypher setup. 2 and 3. Nimbus.
Here we go.
Gunport pops the ultimate. The paranoia comes through, and Nimbus is good for it. Sits the ultimate down. Unexpected, but goaded shots for sure. Whaley dashes out. Cart looks the other way as Nami finds the pick. Equalization finally, but Whaley's still low HP. Zero on site. You're gonna have to flush this guy
Not
out.
alone though. They know they're looking
Predator
at him.
lurking on site. Koi has the read. Finds him. No, R30 finds him. Actually, now plant will come down from Nami. Finally feels secure. Penalty. Peeking
Spike
straight
planted.
through with the Odin has the read. Nobody's watching this. Nami peeks out. You don't have that space because penalties just too good. Senna knows where Senzu is, has his number for sure. Walking into the line. Senna with
Wow.
the headshot. Flashes through, has the A main space. 1 in heaven, 1 in main. And slowly but surely, OPZ forced to use the Viper ultimate. R30 finds penalty jumping into it. Confidence and ballsy for sure. Senna in the Viper ultimate. R30 out. Look to your left. Senna finds the first and finds the second. Senna pulls off absolute heroics to find what's it called? A 6th round. Solo clearing the Viper ultimate. 9 ult orbs for a round window. All you need is Senna.
I mean, honestly, if you're R30 there, you need to be watching, making sure that you don't get crept up on, because I'm honestly not sure if Koi was watching, but you need to be aware of that, to be honest.
No, not even that. I'm gonna be totally real with you. I think that R30 played that perfectly, but Koi didn't properly watch. R30 was holding the molly out, planning to stall the right side lane from generator, while Koi was watching the left side. But Koi whiffed on what's his name, Senna, allowing him to clutch the round out. And now all of a sudden, what's it called? Have wizened up to A main immediately. Dart being broken. Looks like Whaley wanting to split. Ultimate held out. Paranoia comes through. Whaley, when we pop this ultimate, is getting very, very dangerous. 2 holding this line, and penalty and Cart. Whaley ultimate popped, penalty, and Carp slowed up, capitalizing from Nami. Spams him out, has the read on Carp. Teleport comes through Carp. They were gonna clean, but Nami finds Carp right as Zero finds Nami. John Pork gets the trade onto Senna. Nimbus, last one left alive, sprinting over to A site. if this round goes awry for what's it called, I would be very, very worried. But at the same time, they have excess
Spike
rounds
planted.
to work with if they lose this round. No harm, no foul. Retaking with an operator from main. Damage is good for sure. R30 and John Pork, low credits, throws this operator away just to find another operator. Knows that he can probably find another gun, knows that he can buy another operator if this goes wrong, but might as well go for it. Both playing in hell in a crossfire, but leaving the spike wide open. Penalty. Or sorry, Nimbus dashing out, clearing the space, has the read, and a find R30 and only one left alive. Nimbus, John Pork, last one, and he finds the round, but the damage is still god dang good for OPZ.
Listen up. Kill them before
And they
kill
can't
us.
even buy, even though they won the round. They're gonna have to force up yet again, since only 2,900 credits left. Barely being able to afford a rifle. Luckily, the clutch buy does come through from his teammate, not sure which one. Nami, 50 credits left, probably him. 8 to 10 is their team MVP. Your team MVP is negative. Your team's not winning anything. Now Nimbus has the operator back. Could afford it, just as I said. 2 Odins, 1 for Senna, 1 for penalty. OPZ grouping up her 5-man hit over towards B, but Zera has read this very well. However, Harbor Wall does come through. Senna is in logs with an Odin. Senna's in logs with an Odin, but it's not even gonna matter because penalty finds 2 with the ultimate, and now Senna, the absolute morale breaker, or Koi alone on site finds Senna, but it's too god dang late. Harbor Wall comes through, penalty with the shock dart. He hasn't found a single kill with a gun. All he needs left with the life finds another, but Carp, the round goes to what's it called? And penalty didn't even have to shoot his gun.
Last round before
2
the switch.
kills with the ultimate and 1 kill with the shock darts.
Making full use of his utility that round for sure. Oh, last round. Can they bring it up to 5? Make it 7-5, or will they fall? And will it be 8-4? Honestly, I think this round will make or break the half. Next half, at least. This is important.
Gotta go.
Nimbus,
Gosh,
immediate
Nimbus.
pick onto John Pork, putting an end to whatever OPZ had in mind. Now, Ultimate immediately popped, has a good understanding of the win condition last round for sure. Good credits, but OPZ on a save. Pistol has been good, but this would be a little bit too much. Whaley over towards A, solo will 3 for OPZ. Group up over towards B. Drone comes out, full re-clear onto A. They know they have the space. Mid is wide open. They have the read. Whaley solo over towards A, not gonna be able to help up with the execute, even though they do need the help. Only duelist left alive. Baiting over towards A. And 3 still stacked on A for what's it called, but not even gonna matter because the Cypher setup is on B and you can definitely play for retake. You have the Cypher ultimate, and what's more is you have the Phoenix Viper now, or sorry, Harbor now. Getting this orb out on the main, allowing them to walk through penalty.
This is a good
As
dart.
the read though, Odin spam comes through, and R30 is low HP. Nami comes out with the Sky ultimate that ends up putting his
Spike
teammate in the
planted.
dust as penalty finds a random spam kill. Dog comes through as well, clearing this space, going to have the read onto where Zera is. Harbor Wall comes out trying to stall this ultimate out, as well as a lineup from Koi, it seems, trying to stall this up a little bit more. Now, Phoenix ultimate, legendary, comes through. Senzu finds penalty, starting this retake off very well. Senna walking through. Whaley gets out alive. Somehow Zera, low HP on switch. Nami, low HP as well, on site with a Spectre. Harbor is playing anti-retake as best he can. Nami finds Zera in closing. Nimbus finds the first. Koi on the Nimbus, has the read, finds the second. Can he find the third? To 1 versus 1. Carp versus Koi. These have been good, but it would be a bit too far. Harbor ultimate comes through. Carp line it up, and all I need loses the round. Carp.
Well, they still have the round.
See, but Koi manages to stall just long enough. 7-5 in favor of what's it called? Scraping by the thinnest of margins.
I think now that you were able to get that 5th round with only 2 between you, I think this is very winnable for OPZ,
1 minute, Brax.
honestly. I mean,
1 minute timer is started.
Hold on, I gotta pause the thing. Hold on, can you restart?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah.
definitely think it's now winnable for OPZ.
Yeah, 100% 7-5 have is nothing to laugh at. The thing about it is, it's definitely dangerous to think about the fact that OPZ had a 7-5 half last map after such an incredible start, and still lost the first round of the second half, lost the second round of the second half, and then lost the anti-bonus, lost their own buy, which eventually led to a complete snowball. In fact, OPZ went 12-5. They didn't win a single round on their second half, which is absolutely unheard of, especially after having such a good start in terms of momentum in the first half. And this round, this half, they don't have a Sentinel on Ascent. They don't have a Sentinel on Ascent! It's attack-sided! You have to play your attack well if you don't have a Sentinel. But for some reason, OPZ playing a troll composition. That is essentially what this is. It is a troll composition if you cannot properly take advantage of the win conditions of your comp. It is a troll comp. If you are running Harbor and Viper and no Sentinel, no Scan Initiator, it is a troll comp. If you are going down 7-5 whenever you're starting attack, it is a troll composition.
Timer is up. I can't
Makes
unpause.
you wonder if, because this is this what's it called, map pick?
Yes, this is what's it called, map.
It makes you wonder, like, maybe OPZ wasn't even sure what they wanted to run coming into this.
Yeah, 100%, and that's not uncommon for teams to not have an identity just yet, and that's one of the reasons why what's it called, I think, should have been rated higher coming into this. What's it called already have an identity, just swapped out one person. They still have an identity, they have an understanding of what their good maps are, and they didn't need to figure that out, unlike OPZ, who did need to figure that out, and it looks like they still do need to figure that out. Flash comes through from Nami. Those are their people down mid. Viper will not going to be activated just yet. Omen smoke goes down. Viper will still yet to be activated. Scan comes through, clearing out the cubby space now. Walking up mid. Viper wall a little bit too late. Too late. 2 on B still. Harbor and Viper. Paranoia comes through. Hits coming through market. It's a split with only one person main. All I need, smokes it off, walks in to Zara. In the smoke, the backline hero Carp finds R30 and the B side is cracked wide open. All of a sudden, OPZ yet again on the back foot. Something I've said so many times. Walking around, John Port gets it started. Finds Carp, smokes dead, gets in the logs into his own teammate's harbor smoke. Slide misses. Now walks out. Found by Senna off the back of a whiffed slide. How do you whiff a slide? I don't know. No, Nami knows where Senna is, but chooses to ignore him on the other side of the wall. Zara, low HP, still Senna backing up. A good understanding of the win condition. Cypher Trip still active, peeks into it, and Senna fights him and wins. Nami leaves Senzu as the last one alive, running him down with a classic. Now 1 versus 3, 1 low HP Zara, but still 2 very good shooters to contend with, and you cannot win. What's it called? Win another pistol round. 8-5. What's it called? Are going up, and the momentum is not going to swing anytime soon in OPZ's favor. What's it called? In full control the entire time. OPZ are living in what's it called's universe and have no answer.
It'll be a bit hard unless they get the eco here.
All
Also,
I have to ask to what's it called is, are you religious? Because if so, you better start praying. 8-5, and you better pray that you can crawl back into this OPZ. Drone comes
Unless
through
they
for
can get
penalty, clearing out the B main space. Same setup as last time. This might be read by what's it called? All the koi now, low HP, uses the utility to absolutely no effect. Penalty with a shock dart, finds all I need. Now Viper Roll goes up a little bit of stall, allowing his teammate to rotate over Waylay in mid, clearing out the space, not even gonna matter. What's it called? Have full control of B main. Paranoia comes through onto R30, no capitalization whatsoever. John Port up in mid, picks out into a stack. Stinger does nothing. Nimbus and Carp with the Spectre. No, B-side yet again, wide open. Nobody to be heard of. Zara finds Nami. Last one left alive. Sinzu with the classic, and Zara is the through the shot to find the 9th round for what's it called. Plant gonna come through, not even gonna matter. It was gonna be a snowball either way, but the plant just to add the cherry on top as if it wasn't already dangerous. What's it called now? Not only did they come out with so many left alive, but there's 3 off of a Phoenix ult and 4 off of a Sova ult. And OPZ has absolutely nothing to show for it. Light shields all around. They did force up just a little bit. Koi is the only player on OPZ who isn't absolutely sleeping right now. 12-11 on the harbor. Looks like Sinzu 3 off of the Waylay ultimate. That's gonna have to be the saving grace, but it's not even gonna come into play this round. Now 5 over towards A, looking like they want to do a little bit of a cubby split. Viper Wall needs to go up now. No, instead Carp does OPG's job for them. Smokes off bottom mid. Sova drone now comes through, and it looks like, oh my god, all I need in the smoke. All the backs turn for what's it called. If you peek out now, you have a timing. Nami, flash comes out, but Nimbus straight into it. John Pork finds Nimbus. Exactly what they got through order. John Pork with a second, but Senna with 3. takes back control of the round.
One
What is going on? R30 found by penalty. All of a sudden, OPZ, you're about to lose your buy. You can't lose your buy now. Koi, you've been good, but this would be a step too far. Penalty peeks out, and Koi isn't even looking. 10-5. What's it called? Regain and keep control the entire way through. OPZ, click that timeout button and pray. Pray, OPZ. Pray to God you can find this round, or else it's over.
I mean, it looked very winnable for OPZ there for a minute, but then Senna just comes in with 3. We talked about hero plays last map. We got hero plays here. Keep them alive, even though they haven't really needed it this map.
Paranoia comes through. OPZ hearing everything. What's it called? Instant taking control. Viper, while Phoenix Ultimate popped into it, taking absolutely no chances. But Senna ignored Tree. John Pork finds penalty allowed by Senna. Doesn't necessarily clear that Nimbus now. Getting this plant down. Not the best ultimate, but Clark spams straight through, and Zara, the backline warrior, has the read, finds Nami. All of a sudden, 3 versus 4 for OPZ. Now, Zara, Cage will come out, blocks him out, but Senzu dashes straight through. Information gain, cannot help his team. Cage, that's the most value I've ever seen the Cage get. Nimbus snaps onto Senzu. Senna finds another. Boy, now leaves. R30, last of life. Nimbus, 11-5.
Gonna need a miracle now for OPZ if they want to actually win any of these rounds, but it seems what's it called has them on lock. Gonna be a bit difficult. Actually, really difficult, I won't lie. Also, Eli, I've got a little bit of word from the community. They want you to switch to right hand.
Why? I will switch to right hand just for whoever said that.
It was 7
I will
people.
find my mouse. Where is my mouse? Holy, dude, I don't know where my mouse is.
Alright, it's alright. I got this round. Looks like, gonna be a default here from, what's it called?
Senna now
Although...
over towards mid, finds the first pick on the John Pork. Sorry, I found my mouse. All I need now, in the Omen Smoke, hears it out once again. Same position as last round. This time, like, what's it called? Are actually wising up to this.
Careful now.
Oh, they know. It doesn't hit him, though.
Yeah, Koi is still alive. Phoenix Molly, what's it called? Think that they've cleared it. But Koi wins, and the Observer does Koi an absolute grace of God by switching off of that whip. Omen ult comes through straight into A site. OPZ now on the back foot. Yet again, Nimbus finds Senzu. OPZ, you have to get this round and avoid dropping down to the lowers. 30 now in heaven. But Nimbus pushes through his own smoke and finds the third. Nimbus is incredible.
This man is insane.
Match point.
12-5. That's serious point for what's it called. One more round stand between them and doing what they could not do during the Night Sky Invitational. You get this round and you prove everyone wrong. You prove the legacy you left during the Night Sky Invitational means nothing. This is a new tournament, ladies and gentlemen. A new tournament and a new lead for what's it called. An absolute incredible look. Harper Viper doing absolutely nothing if you can't remain in control of the pace. Scannon comes through on to B. We'll clear it out as well as the Sky Dog just confirming what you already knew. R30 with the judge. Zara finds John Fork somehow on A, pushing through his own one-way. And R30 remains in control of the space. Harbor Wall comes through additional.
I know exactly.
Might be deadly.
Senna in the corner. Penalty finds Nami all the way on A, cracking that site wide open. Penalty finds another with the Odin. This guy is a menace. And all of a sudden, it seems Koi is alone on site. You've been good, but like I've said before, 12 and 14, this will be a step too far. Senna in their spawn. In their spawn, Penalty finds all I need. It's not even gonna matter that he's in their spawn. It's the round regardless. And the series goes to what's it called? What can you even say other than what's it called? Look incredible in OPZ. Look nothing like the OPZ of the Invitational. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Night Sky Arena. Welcome to the tournament. 12-5. OPZ had no answers for them. Penalty went 19 and 10 with the Odin. Both maps absolutely dismantling OPZ through and through. It's a thorough embarrassment from OPZ. You call yourself a top team? Then you get out there and show us.
Honestly, it seemed like what's it called just had OPZ's number this entire series. 13-5 back to back twice in a row. And well, stocks aren't looking too high if you're an OPZ fan, but maybe if you're a what's it called fan,
Yeah.
it's looking pretty good for y'all.
You're a what's it called fan in the chat. Go ahead and show some support for what's it called and their incredible performance tonight. Immediately going up into the upper bracket, which is something that they actually never experienced during the Night Sky Invitational. They were never in the upper bracket of groups. They went through the last chance qualifiers, sure, and they were definitely good for it, qualifying the playoffs and making a pretty good run of things. But however, this is the first time in the Night Sky that they've ever been in the upper bracket of groups. And they sent OPZ to the lowers. And I have to be honest with you, OPZ and the lowers, regardless of their performance today, OPZ are a sleeping giant, and there is a nuclear bomb waiting for whoever else in Group C goes down the lowers. But enough about OPZ. I want to talk a little bit more about what's it called. They came out with a completely new look. They came out with this double duelist. You know, they had Senna and Nimbus running the double duelist composition the entire time, and they looked really, really good for it.
It looked amazing from them.
100%.
Honestly.
They did exactly what they needed to do. They were aggressive and proactive and looked so much more organized than they did during the Night Sky Invitational. Maybe that's just a product of the fact that what's it called actually didn't have their full roster for a lot of the Night Sky Invitational. And now that they finally have their full roster, they looked incredible. Senna definitely making a show of his debut in the Night Sky. Again, I just have to reiterate the fact that Penalty went big today. I don't know if he's still in the chat. If you are Penalty, hello to you and congratulations on the win. Man, I just have to say, holy Odin, man, holy. And I'm actually going to see if I can go ahead and get a interview in here. I'm going to go ahead and actually ask Penalty if I can get this interview. Can I...
What a game. What a series, folks. Actually, I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be
Hang tight, everyone. We're going to try and go ahead and get an interview in here in just a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and get this back up and running. Display capture. There we go. Automatic. Windows. All right, here we go. Display capture. We're going to go ahead and try and get a little bit of an interview in here, but I need to log into Discord on mobile so I can actually drag these people into the call. It's forcing me to do some sort of puzzle to log into Discord. Interesting. Pick out the object you can see on the street. Okay, I will. You guys want to do this with me? I can see a bike on the street. Yeah? Okay. Will you let me log in now? Sweet. Nice. Okay. Cool. Nope. Okay. I'm just going to drag people in. I don't care.